buddy. Yeah, I'm back. I'm still here. I've taken a little break for a few days, had some things to sort through of myself and what I deal with. But I'm back. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here in Los Angeles, and I'm standing here with a gentleman. His name is Mark Lawrence Farwell Jr. That name's a mouthful, and that name has a little bit of history. He was telling me about his father and with the racing stuff. And Mark is homeless here, and we're in Pasadena. And we got talking a little bit about what's going on here. I spotted Mark out here. He had a little sign that says anything helps appreciated, and so I walked out and started talking to him a little bit to find out what's going on, and he was like informing me about some amazing stuff about Hailey's Comet and Scientology and just a lot of things that I don't understand. And Mark, so come on up here and tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Sherman Oaks, the other valley, San Fernando Valley. We're in the San Gabriel Valley here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see this is starting the Rockies or what, but it's
the mountains are beautiful here, that's for sure.
Looks like wood.
Yeah.
But how many stars?
How old are you?
I'm 42.
42. You're a little bit, well, no, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. So how long have you been out here on the street?
It'd be about 3.5 years now, homeless in Pasadena. My father passed away in San Marino, which is a upper scale neighborhood where he's renting a room. 2014.
Okay.
I stayed there for a while till he was American Native, and I'm proud of him. Mark Lawrence Farwell Sr. My grandfather was Mark Arthur. A little bit about that, why I say those names.
Okay.
Make sure, but he passed away, and he left me some personal belongings in his truck. My sister and I saw to his effects separately, separating them, I went into a down. I was depressed because I just had marriage and it was difficult. A lot of control issues, so it was never. Yeah. It kind of fell apart, but here I am, 42. I'm okay.
I'm 48, brother, and I deal with depression myself, so I kind of understand. It's I go through mania. You know how mania, where sometimes you feel great, and it's like you can do everything, and other times it's like you're done. You can't do anything.
It's manic mania, same difference.
Yeah,
maybe. Or...
I mean, that's how I wound up here. It's like mania, and that's a whole other story. Right. But from across the country. So we were talking a little bit, and I was asking you about California. What it is that it seems like there's so many people here that have like a lot of confusion, or a lot of their minds are not straight. They can't think properly. Or is it the ocean? Is it the mountains? Is it like some kind of a gravitational pull? What is it that's doing this to people here?
My response would be, well, you're in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Los Angeles County.
Okay.
And this is movie land, but you still have you don't have the grid view of the tract homes. You still have Pasadena is per square. Well, for a suburbia on the outskirts, it has more land value than Beverly Hills, because
that's what I hear. Yeah, that this is up and coming.
And it is, and a lot of refurbishing, and they're custom. So
yeah,
the thing is,
it's a little loud. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yeah,
these birds, they're too loud.
Hello, good afternoon. That even nature's in on it. It's great. or nature. I say the birds. But California still has its slopes, its grade differences. It's fun to drive on the road. It follows the water line. It follows the mineral line as far as easy dig outs, as far as roadways getting to the ocean, how the water gets to the ocean. Whereas in other places, it used to be that way. You had the continental shelf, the way the water ran off. Okay, right there at the top of the rock, Yosemite.
Yeah.
Here's a great example. They just found that water cache not too long ago for right. I guess I should get into it. But the thing is, in North Dakota, where they're drilling, for instance, it's all grid on maps. Here, you still have the slopes as well as that. I mean, the air's cleaner. You got less smog. I mean, what I was getting into about Scientology is that what I believe Scientology to be, and people are even still there listening. It's so scary. People take a step back when you say the word Scientology. It's just a making up of all Christianity, Catholicism, Judeo-Christian, Judaism, and their counted effects of the working order of each, because they each have their own clue as to how to get along in life again, or to move on. It's just that, and if Scientology
step over here a little bit.
If Scientology maybe work as a okay, we got an accountants but this is a reason Los Angeles got it going on is because it's so diversified. It's multiverse, a multi-denomination of people.
Okay.
The world. I mean, the name Los Angeles. I mean, this is if there were to be some kind of outspoken.
Somebody I was talking to the other day said Los Angeles really means lost angels. Is that
the angels? It's if there ever be a touchdown, so to speak, where else would you go with a multi-diversified people, a multi-denominational people at the scene? Because Scientology, it's a physical, as I would understand, is a physical working order of religion. And
do you think? Now you brought up when we were talking, you brought up Scientology. And you started explaining that to me. You say you're not a Scientologist, right?
I'm not a Scientologist. I'm from the other valley. I spent some time in Utah. Actually, 24 years there.
Okay.
Raising my children and home. I had a mortgage. I was a specialist in my class for construction. The thing is, along the Sodium Way, we have the oceans. We go along the took the I-210 to the 10 to the 15 into Utah.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like the Sodium Way. It's a seagull way. It's a migrational way all the way up to Salt Lake.
Okay.
Where they do flat run, where they do flat or salt races.
The salt flats.
Salt flat races.
Right. That's where some of the world speed records were set.
Correct.
At the salt flats.
Correct. Even for some of the jet engines, which we have JPL here, some of the jet engines weren't on those. The thing is, it's interesting. I'm just telling you, my most former employer that I had. Now, his name is I don't know if you'd get upset, but it's Doug Robinson. He does the dyno testing. Now, listen to the words here.
Yeah.
Listen. He does dyno testing for Porsche. Okay. He does, and I said his secretary looks like Joan of Arc. But my father was a Mercedes tech, and he's a specialist in his field. He's so loud out there. That can you believe Porsche, a German car? I mean, German Porsche and Mercedes are a German car. They were big during the World War II era. I don't know if I should get into this part.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, names today. What people should know is what this interview is. What I'm trying to put forth is Scientology working order, along with the genealogy that LDS do, the working of the names, everything about each person in California has done. It's all working to come to the perfect making up of religion by counting all and then getting the testimonies. It's not that grid on view. It still follows the continental divide as far as the water, as far as the roadways.
Okay.
You know, you can get out and you can drive your car and you can enjoy yourself.
Okay.
What I was going to tell you about Hailey's Comet is that is this. It's the fire rings out in Hawaii. Okay, and that's a start. I'd start right there.
Right.
As well as then you come into West Hollywood. If you can imagine this huge circle along the Pacific area, and then you have the tar pits, and then you have California itself, which is the most open viewed, with the most, like I said, most diversified. With this name alone, Los Angeles. That my belief is that because we're a floating island, there's that big myth that we'll fall in the ocean. This is where Hailey popped off.
So
this is where Hailey.
But you said we're a floating island. You think California is a floating island?
Well, I think this where tectonic plates meet and they mass but they seem to brine together.
The plates.
The plates.
Okay.
California. Superman, actually, the story of Superman goes into this.
We're actually standing right on like the fault line.
What happened was that there was a nebulous, or maybe this is already known. I don't know, but a material was gathered to this thing. It was gathered. However, it was gathered. Hailey, when it came to the point where it was big enough for the area in which the nebulous could gather, it had a chemical. There was a chemical reaction when it sucked together, because what happened was it got so big for the area. The nebula. I don't know if it's called nebulous, but
yeah.
It was, depending on how big it is, depends on how much material would mass to it, would magnetize to it. And when it came in and there was a chemical reaction, it grabbed the atmosphere, or it grabbed the oxygen, because there was a little bit of oxygen in space.
Oh yeah, of course.
It sucked, and the moisture came and went and formed the atmosphere around it. When it cooled to the point where it cracked it. Here comes Hailey, comes pops off. What she is,
Hailey's Comet.
Hailey's Comet. What she is she is the imagine a white hot flow. Okay, that Hailey's Comet's the white hot flow of life trying to swim to the top to get away from the heat, to cool itself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So here she comes, and then the atmosphere, you know, it cracks. It like snap cracks it. You know, it's a. You know what I mean? It's
you just explained it all to me.
Oh, I think that's. I've been walking through the streets.
That's incredible. I've been wondering this ever since I got here in October, and you just made sense of everything.
Well, here's Hailey's
everything.
Comet. Hailey's Comet comes back. She comes back every 81 years, right?
Okay.
She's attracted to her mother.
2076?
Well, I don't know when she comes back. I think it was in the 80s when she was here last. I remember I was a little kid. But she goes out and what happens is she's a big radio. She goes out there and she's flying around. She's dodging all these, because she is light. Remember, the life comes to the outer. It's microcarbials. I mean, the thought is that she's living, so she's dodging all these other things going on out there. Well, what does that do for us? The mother knows what's gone. She knows that there's a big ball mass floating out there. That's her baby. She spins the whole.
Did you study this in school, or?
It just came to me like that. I mean,
it just came to you.
Well, I mean, it didn't just come to me. I thought of the religions I've gone through. My mother's Irish Catholic. You have the winds there.
Okay.
You have the islands, right?
Yeah.
You have the four winds of the three islands. In Australia, you have the infinity pools that keep the current, ocean current. Okay. Now check this out. That's the big infinity sign that God's talking about. That ocean current. Keeps on going round, comes back. Round, comes back. What does Hailey do? She goes round, comes back. Between that ocean current and Hailey doing her job out here, Mother Earth can say, "Oh, I know what's going on out there. Okay, let's spin the solar system." Or because we're light. I mean, everything there follows after suit. I mean, even your motion and my motion, if I turn right.
Do you have any brothers or sisters here?
I do. I have one sister. Vicky. her name's Vicky. I have another sister in Las Vegas.
You stay in touch with them at all?
I should. I call my son quite often.
You have a son? How old is he?
He is, you'd ask, 92. Let's see, we're in, he's 26? Is that right? 26?
Just a few years older than my daughter, yeah.
But anyway, it's California.
Do you stay in touch with him, or?
I do. My son, like I said, or like, I'm sorry, I took it. Like I was saying earlier, I call my son once in a while. I have a friend that helps me with that, but I don't know if that answers your question. There's some other things that go along with it.
I think there's a lot of things going on with the planet, with the atmosphere, and with people, with us, and the people that are around us, and how they treat us, and how they act towards us, even though we're one and the same. I'm just like you.
True.
And how do you feel? How do people make you feel? The way they, the way they interact with you, or the way they treat you, or how does?
Pasadena, even though I'm down and out, I've got an old soul. Even though I might be somewhat young and 42, I probably look drug out. I mean, I'm more good hardcore way what. I've done that to myself.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
That's good that you say that. That's the first step, realization.
You get to honesty, and you start when a person gets to honesty, and they're like, forget it, and they start making the best of each word.
Yeah.
I mean, the best. They don't even take that little insidious, like, people go just to lay a seed in the back of your mind. Just to have, I don't let that bother me. I take whatever each person's got and just apply it and say, have a great day, and tip my hat, do that other thing. And
so
it's just, these are the best people, by far, away from my family, away from my kids.
That's right.
Anyway, this family as a whole, homeless, as far as watching after one another, is by far the best family, aside from where I went to school in the other valley, and where I raised my children with my two ex-wives. It's a great place. You made your way over to a great place.
What about with your situation or what you're going through, what about it? You say there's great people, but what do they do to really help you with what you really need? Not just your immediate, but what you really need to get yourself together. Is there anybody really? Is there any place, like a shelter place, any place with resources you can go to, any place that is actually going to help you?
There is. I just don't go.
You just don't go.
But that doesn't mean I'm
will
scared.
You
that doesn't mean I
will
don't.
You someday when you?
Oh, absolutely. That doesn't mean that the people don't keep me warm at night.
Yeah.
With there's good friends here. I mean, I'm a bum for not seeing my children often enough. I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
You're not.
I was there for 14, 15 years.
Right.
I was there solid. And I was. And like, that's an excuse? No. But the thing
people
is,
change and things happen. And sometimes things happen in our lives that take us in another direction that we really shouldn't go, but we can't control that. Even though people think that we can. Oh, you can just grab a hold of yourself. But maybe it's better for you to not be there. And I'm not saying you would put them through anything, but maybe it's better that you are not there until you're really ready, until you know that you can be a better person and not put them through problems or troubles, or does it make sense?
It makes perfect sense, and you're absolutely correct.
And you're not as far gone like you said how you feel as some of the people I've talked to.
The fact that you want to put me on tape, I'm honored. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, James. All right, man. Take it. He's gonna buy me lunch.
Yeah, we're gonna get something to eat. That's
joking.
what the whole thing.
To.
No, I am.
Man.
I told you we were gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna sit down with you actually.
Love you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We're gonna go ahead and get something to eat.
If my kids see me,
and,
God bless you. I love you, kids. Bye.
That means a lot. And if his family or his children find this video, he cares. He loves you. He's just going through some things, and you got to understand that and just be there for him when he needs you, whenever he reaches out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers, and I've got a couple of things I've been working on that once we hit 10,000 subscribers. So share this. Please bring other people to the channel, and let's share more messages like this. This is what people need to see. Have a great day. Bye-bye.